Welcome to NET JRF Scholars YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to look at the design features of language for UGC NET paper 2, that is linguistics. So you can take notes from this video by just copying the content from the slides. I have made the slides as it can be copied to your notes. So let's get started today's video. So the concept of design features proposed by Charles F. Hockett in his book. A Course in Modern Linguistics, which is published in 1958. It is not originally written by Charles F. Hockett. It is written by his students after Charles F. Hockett's death. In this book, originally there are 13 design features, out of which 9 utilized by the primitives and 4 are reserved for humans, 3 which are added later are very unique to human beings. We'll start looking at the design features one by one. The first most design feature is vocal auditory channel. It means that speech sounds produced by the vocal apparatus and perceived them by hearing. It means when you produce a sound, it travels and get to the other person's ear. So you produce by your vocal apparatus, and it is received by hearing. In the case of vocal and auditory channel, but sign language is also a language, so the design features has to apply for even sign language. In the case of sign language, the action is manual, so they produce sound by doing some manual actions, whereas this meaning is perceived visually. So in the case of vocal auditory channel, you perceived by vocal operator, you produced by vocal operators and perceived them by hearing, whereas in the case of sign language, you produced by manual actions and perceived by visual. The next most important design feature is broadcast transmission and directional perception. It means that speech sounds can travel in all the directions. Imagine you are at the center of a room, and imagine your friends at the four corners of the room. When you speak, the sound waves travel in all the directions. So this is the future of the speech, or we can say a sound. So this concept is called as broadcast transmission and directional perception. So the sound waves travel in all the directions. And the next most important feature is rapid fading. It's also called a transitiveness. It means that speech sounds fade rapidly. Once they fade, they cannot be recoverable. It means that, let's say you start speaking, when the sounds are going, it may hear the person here, and to some extent here, but not the person who is here. It means that these sound waves are traveling, right? You can only perceive them at the time when they are present. Once they fade. You cannot recover those sounds. That is what made rapid fading or transitiveness. And the next most important feature is interchangeability. It means that language signals heard by listener by taking turn the same language signals produced by hearer. Okay, it means that let's say there is a person A and there is a person B. So whatever I say, the same thing can be said by person B. So this feature is called as interchangeability. Here, a type of fish, especially the dolphin, a male dolphin cannot say I'm a female. So the dolphin lacks the feature of interchangeability, whereas we humans have the feature of interchangeability. And next important feature is total feedback. It means that whatever you are producing, whatever you are speaking, you perceive them and you can correct yourself. You can correct yourself as you get the feedback of your voice. That is what called as total feedback. Language signals produced by the speaker and also perceived by him or herself. So it gives us to verify our mistakes and it is called as total feedback. And then next most important feature is specialization. So it is the organ structure and the position in the mouth are specially tasked for speaking. The organs in the mouth, okay, the organs in the mouth are not only for the purpose of eating, but the purpose of speaking, are arranged in a structure or positioned in a way to produce speech sounds. Okay, they're not only for the purpose of eating. So this feature is called as specialization. The next most important feature is semanticity. It means that language signals relatively fixed with a particular meaning. That is one-to-one correspondence between sounds and its meaning. It means that there is a relationship between a sound and its meaning, right? How do you understand what I'm saying? Because there is a relation between the sounds and the meaning. Okay, when I produce a combination of sounds, okay, by perceiving it, you understand the meaning of what I said. So this refers to the feature of semanticity. And arbitrariness, it is says that there is no necessary connection between the language signals and the things being referred to. Let's say we want to refer to a ball. Okay, the ball is in the round shape, whereas the word is ball. There is no relationship between this word and the ball, right? We are not writing it as ball. Okay, did you get my point? As this is the language signals and this is the thing, but there is no relationship between the language and the thing being referred to. We are not writing this like ball. Okay, let's say we have wall, we simply write wall. We are not writing wall as like this to refer to a wall, right? So it is clearly in almost in all world languages there is an arbitrariness, especially the human speaking languages. There is no relation or connection between the language signals and the thing being referred to. The next most important feature is discreteness. It refers to the uniqueness of the sound used in the human language. A sound can be repeated or combined with another to form a new meaning. Let's say we have different sounds in a language, right? The combination of the sounds, okay? The combination of, let's say, these three are the same sounds. So when we combine a different sound, okay, this is different from this meaning. So the change of the sounds or the combination of the sounds creates a new meaning, right? And the next most important feature is displacement. It refers to the human's ability to talk about the things which are not present, also talk about the past, future, either spatially or temporally. It specifically refers to our ability to talk about the past and future. I can say, I want to become an assistant professor. Okay, I'm talking about the future, and I can also talk about the past, whereas the other creatures cannot talk about the past or future. They only talk about the present scenario or a situation. That is this future is reserved for the, that is the reason this future reserved for human beings. The next important feature is productivity. It means that human languages allow speakers to create novel sentences. I can create a novel sentences. It means the sentence you cannot hear before, but whereas the other creatures can only say some sounds which are present at their birth, but I can say many sentences, many sounds I can produce. Let's say I went to Mars to have a cup of coffee with Elon Musk, and then I returned by train to my home. So it's a novel sentence. This sentence you may not hear before, right? So I can produce such sentences that future of human beings referred as productivity. The next most important feature is cultural transmission. Okay, it means that human language is not at born, but born with the ability to learn from the society. So it transfers from one generation to another generation. It means that as other creatures, we cannot speak language at birth, right? Whereas the other creatures can start speaking or start communicating immediately after the birth. But we lack that ability, but we have the ability to learn at the time of birth. So by interacting with the society, we can learn a, a language. So here I want to pose a question for the candidate. Let's say you are in India and you brought a child from China. Okay. So what is the at the very in his early years, I mean at the first year you brought the child from China. So what is the language he speak when he grow up? Does he speak Chinese or the language where you kept him? Okay, where the child is native. Okay, answer this question in the comment. Next, duality of patterning. This means that discrete parts of a language can be combined in a systematic way to create new forms. As I said, we can not only combine the sounds, we can also combine the words in a systematic way to create the new forms, to create the new meaning. And this future in humans is called as duality of patterning. And these are the 13 futures which are originally in the Charles Hockett's book, and these three are added later. They are prevarication, which means the human's ability to make false statements. This is very unique ability to human beings where other creatures cannot make any false statements. Next, we have the future called reflexiveness, which used to refer to or describe itself. As a linguist, we every day talks about the languages. So we have the ability to talk about the language using the language. It is called as reflexiveness. And the learnability. User of one language may learn to use another different language. It means that the other creatures cannot, let's say a parrot cannot roar like a lion, or a lion cannot talk like a parrot. So this feature lacks with other creatures, whereas Indians, a speaking person can learn Telugu, a Malayali speaking person can learn Hindi. So these are the three unique features to human beings. Okay, I have given a mnemonic here, that is DP, display picture, and CD. So DP, CD are reserved for human beings. D means displacement, P means productivity, C means cultural transmission, D means duality of patterning. This is very important because in UGC NET examination they give a list of futures and ask you to identify the future which is reserved for human beings. Okay. Similarly, PRL, PRL. This feature is also important because P means prevarication, R means reflexiveness, L means learnability, which are unique to human beings. In a similar way, they also ask you to identify the features which are unique to human beings. In the next video, I'm going to talk about kinds of pronouns for UGC NET Paper 2 Linguistics. Further previous year questions on design features, please refer to the shorts in our YouTube channel NET JRF Scholars. Please subscribe to our channel on the latest information in linguistics and UGC NET Paper 1 concepts. Thank you.